Hey guys, I'm back with another one. So I was not feeling good for the past couple of days, but I'm feeling better. So we're gonna talk about why you need to just stop crashing out, right? Stop allowing different things in your life to get your energy. Okay, so first and foremost, we are all very powerful, right? We hold a lot of energy, right? Especially a lot of when you are loving and kind and like empathetic, right? You carry a lot of pure energy within inside of you, right? You carry a lot of contagious good energy inside of you, right? So you have to realize that when you allow people to get a reaction out of you, when you allow people to see you have a breakdown, or when you kind of snap out, you are giving that away. You're literally giving your power away. And I know it's easier said than done, right? Because we are just humans. But I'm telling you, when you learn to control, right, what you allow to affect you, it doesn't mean you can't react, right? So you could go home and react, you can go by yourself and react, whatever, right? You can still react, right? You can go to yourself and like, curse somebody out, right? But don't allow people to see you in that light. Don't give another person the satisfaction, because a lot of people out here are empty inside. So they are just looking for you to feed. They're looking for you to feed that. You have to understand, misery loves company. Okay. So people who are just miserable within themselves, people who they don't have nothing going on, they hate themselves, they hate their life, they hate you, right? They don't know why. They are looking for you to give them any piece of a reaction, because it feeds them. It literally makes their day, right? I know you know somebody who is always something, right? They always got something to say. It's always a problem, right? And what are they trying to do? They're just trying to get some of that beautiful energy that you possess. Right. So when you're positive, when you're always trying to make a way out, when you're always trying to like think your way out of stuff, or just have like an optimistic outlook on life, right? People envy that. They envy when you can make a way out of no way. They envy when you can look at the positive, right? Even when your life is not going correctly, right? People want you to sulk and be in, like, they want you to sit in your problems and be upset all the time, right? So when you don't do that, and when you just constantly are like figuring it out, and you're on the go, and you're keeping a positive attitude, and you're smiling, you're looking good and stuff like that, people want to do any little thing possible to get a reaction out of you. They want you to be like, what's wrong with you? The worst type of people is the type of person that every second you gotta be like, what's wrong with you? What's going on? You all right? What's going on? Right? And the people like that, they are quite frankly feeding off of that. That's why I tell people, if you're in a relationship with somebody and you constantly trying to please them and trying to figure out what's wrong with them, just stop. Like, literally just stop asking them like what's wrong. Just let them feel however they want to feel. Because people like that are feeding off of your energy. They're feeding off of you constantly saying, what's wrong? What's wrong? We good? Everything cool? Listen, I don't care. Okay, I'm happy. I woke up this morning, right? I'm good. Okay, so if I can go through stuff and still wake up and put a smile on my face, you should be able to do the same thing, right? And so it is exhausting and it's draining when you are dealing with people who just want to have an issue. They want to have a problem. These are the type of people who they have a problem for every solution. Okay, you can come to them with a solution and they still have something to say. It's still something wrong. So you have to realize, all right, you have to realize, do not allow people to get a reaction out of you. Do not allow people to see you in that light where now you upset and now you in that energy. And you know what happens a lot of times with people like this, especially people who they are literally miserable inside, right? Soon as you give them the reaction, it's almost like they kind of calm down. So it's like before they were upset, they were mean, they were, like really angry. And then now as soon as they got you up there to where they're at, now it's like, yo, why you overreacted? What's wrong? I didn't even do anything. Right? Right? And so now they try to kind of trip you out and make you think like you're crazy. Like, what? Wait, what? What you talking about? Now you look like the villain. You look like the bad person in that situation. Why? Because they just did some type of, Jedi mind trick on you. They just transferred the energies. So they were feeling their heavy energy, right, on their shoulders, and they wanted somebody to come in and join it with them. So what did they do? They poked the bear until you finally said, you know what? Like, all right, I'm here with you, right? So now you upset, you reacted, right? And now they're like, yo, why you reacting? Why you so hyped up, right? All they did was give you their energy, and it worked. And that's why I say with people like this, people who are miserable, I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's you're in a relationship. I don't care if it's your friends. I don't care if it's the lady at the checkout. I don't care who it is. When you don't react and you kill people with kindness, it always gives you a one up. So when you notice somebody trying to get you in that energy and trying to get you like down to stoop to their level, and you just be like a little bit overly nice, and don't get me wrong, this is going to take some serious like emotional maturity, right? Because we're human, so you naturally going to be like, yo, what's wrong? Like, you know what I'm saying? You'll be like, Like, what is the problem? Okay. But when you check yourself and you get that under control and you stop feeding, because this is a spirit. Okay. The person like this who's it's always something wrong with them, there's a spirit behind them. Okay. It's a spirit that's egging them on to take down everybody around them because it's just unhappy. So when you ignore that, right, and you just kill them with kindness and you ignore it and you keep your power to yourself, you keep your energy to yourself. That is a very powerful thing. You will realize eventually this person will snap out of it. Trust me, okay? If you're dealing with somebody, you're in a relationship, and it's always a problem, it's always an issue, what typically they'll try to do, this is what they'll normally do. They might come home, right, try to bait you into arguing. Once y'all argue, okay, now it's two ways it could go. Y'all can argue, now you there, then they make you seem like you the crazy one, blah, 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 blah. Oh, see, this is why we talking about with you, you crazy, right? They flip it on you. Or you could just not react. You cannot react at all. And what they'll try to do is, oh, you don't care. You don't care, right? You just don't care. I knew you didn't care about this relationship. I knew you didn't care about me, right? You still don't react. You be like, yep, I guess I don't. I guess I don't. Then they'll be like, oh, I don't want to be with you no more. You be like, okay, I guess. They'll be like, oh, so you don't want to be with me no more? This is a real thing. They'll be like, oh, so you don't want to be with me no more? I didn't say that. Okay, I never said that. I'm just agreeing with whatever you're saying. Oh, but you're not fighting with me. You're not fighting for me. I'm not, because you're making an issue out of nothing. Okay, eventually what will happen is that spirit behind that's trying to cause that argument it'll just stop. Once it realizes you're not going to feed it, it's going to stop. So please stop reacting, stop overreacting. Let people who are miserable on the inside, people who are just miserable on the inside, they just want somebody to come in and join them on their misery. So you have to remember that, okay? So it's a very powerful thing. It takes practice and it takes a lot of emotional maturity. But once you learn to just stop reacting, like pick and choose your battles. It's a real thing. Pick and choose who you want to give your power away to. Look at it like this, right? When you are constantly reacting, when you are giving somebody your reaction, right? You are picking your battles. You are picking what do you want to give away your power to? If it's not worth it, then don't do it. Okay, let people stay in there. That's their energy. That's not yours. You could be having a beautiful day. You could be having a great day, and here comes somebody, right? Here come your man or your woman or your friend or your mom or your dad, whoever, right? Just wanting to be miserable and wanting you to be in their misery with them. No, absolutely not. You pick and choose your battles. You pick and choose. Hey, do I want to give over my power to this situation and it got nothing to do with me? Okay, or do I want to just let it be. Let them say whatever they're gonna say and go on about my merry way. Finish having a good, lovely day. Okay, because I woke up this morning. All right, so that is my advice for anybody who might have a hard time, especially if you have a hard time with taking in other people's energy. Right, I'm very big on as soon as I walk into a room, I can feel everybody's energy in the room. I can tell if you don't like me. I can tell I can feel it, and it's a lot because it can transfer over, but you have to learn how to protect you have to learn how to protect your energy. You really do, because if not, you will constantly be picking up on everybody's energy and you'll be all over the place, and you'll be living your life off of people's energy that's not even yours. So realize this: a big way to protect your energy is to stop reacting to other people and their shenanigans. Okay, let people be miserable on their own. All right, misery always loves company, so don't give the misery the satisfaction of being in its company. All right, so I'm Wisdom. This is Wisdom Talks. I'll see you in the next talk.